All right, we're back again. And today I have got the pleasure of interviewing
My name is Victor Gill, truck driver for Sugar Creek over here in Bloomington, California.
Victor, man. I want to start by just saying thank you so much for keeping the country moving, man. Like, it means so much to me and so many people. And one of the things that, that I'm doing here is I want to shine a spotlight on you and all the other commercial drivers that I can to really get your stories out for people to understand why they should be appreciative for truck drivers. So thank you so much, man.
No problem, man. Anytime, man. That's what I
So
do.
so how long you been driving, Victor?
Since 2018, I got my CDL. I started with Swift, and then I went to a couple other small companies, and then I went to Ice Road Trucking, and then I'm here with Monica now.
Ice road trucking.
Yeah,
I want to get into that in a minute. And you mentioned Monica. I mean, you've got
yeah.
a variety here. So you've been with a mega carrier. You've done you've done ice road trucking, which I can't. I know that what's going to happen is I've got a question that I'll get to later on. I know it's going to answer is going to be ice road trucking. But Monica Byers is a friend of mine, and she runs Sugar Creek, and she's known as Mother Trucker. So I love Monica. She's awesome. Um,
Oh yeah.
so what type of cargo do you haul, Victor?
Right now, I do. It's just random stuff out of the terminals, out of UPS. For a while, we were taking living spaces furniture to Las Vegas, picking up out of Carson. Just it's called FAK, Freight of All Kinds. Just yeah, I know,
If it fits and
I know.
ships, you can haul it, right?
Yeah. As long as it fits, I'll move it no matter
Well,
what.
y'all hear that, people? So you just take a look around you. Anything you see might have been on Victor's truck at some point.
Most
Um,
likely.
so why did you get into trucking?
I got into trucking because I was expecting my first son, uh, my baby boy, Thor Fury. That's his name. And I was doing security before, and all the truck drivers coming in and out of the gate were telling me, "Get in the truck, Vic. It'll change your life. Get in the truck." And I actually had a warehouse manager would help me let me get in the yard go and practice my backing, and I would notice I was good at it, and I would do my pre-trips on the trailers and the trucks that come in, and one thing led to another, and I signed up for Swift, and Swift was good to me. And then mega carrier stuff happens, and they let you go for any little thing. And yeah, that and my stepdad, he was a truck driver for 20 years. He did a hazardous material, like the concrete material mixtures and stuff for
Right.
Dish Tech out of Rancho. And I have a bunch of uncles on my dad's side that are owner operators as well up in Northern California, and I got some cousins in Texas that they haul freight, and I just fell into it. I just got tired of security work, and you know got into slaying gears, man. I love it.
Yeah, so you do love it. I mean, clearly you've been doing it since the security days. So
Oh
that
yeah,
brings me
yeah.
into the next question is what's your favorite thing about trucking?
The freedom I have. I could I could do whatever I want. I don't have office people at my in my ear. Oh, you need to do this. You need to do that. Um, I get to see the world for free. I've seen places where most people will never even think of going. Um, I've been a different. I've driven in different countries. To say that I've driven in the most amazing places that most people don't even know about because they're confined to their small little space, their little safe space. And
Yeah.
I like being out in the open road, man. I see stuff in the sky. I've seen the northern lights. I've seen shooting stars, meteor showers when I'm driving. I've seen wildlife. I've seen you name it, man. I've seen some crazy accidents. I've seen some crazy saves. I've seen some. I
Man,
just, you, you,
you're
I just love
living
it, man.
You're
I just
living the
love it,
life,
man.
brother. You're lighting up too when you're talking about it as well, man.
Oh,
Like,
I love it, man. It's hard, but man, dude, I can't see myself doing nothing else.
oh, that's cool, man. Well, one of the things I wanted to ask is, yeah, I always say when I'm talking with people about truckers, I'm like, man, they their cousins drive for other fleets. They all talk. Their family drives, and you just basically nailed exactly the story that I kind of paint, the picture I kind of paint when I'm describing like how drivers are all connected. It's like, if you don't take care of this driver, they're going to go drive where their cousin drives. Because
Oh
most
yeah.
drivers have got a cousin or two, or you got a whole slew of people in your family that drives. So, any of those guys
Mhm.
have any older classic trucks with real loud Jake brakes?
Oh, my uncle has a 98 Coronado with the twin turbo Caterpillar in it, and that shit screams, man, like that. I'm not a big Peterbilt fan because they're small inside. I'm a big guy. I'm about 6'4", about 380 pounds. Like not fat, like but like
Oh yeah,
football in
he's a
shape.
big dude, man. Well, security. I mean,
Yeah, I
you
still
came from security.
yeah. It's just you see a lot of these drivers, man. If I could tell these drivers, man, you gotta get in the gym, bro. Like you got even if it's for an hour, you have to get in the gym, or else you're just gonna turn into those big old drivers that just sit down. Like I sit down all day too, but guess what? I go to the gym. What's the excuse? Like I live in the yard because I don't know if you're familiar with California, but I have a ranch in Big Bear.
Okay.
Like I have we have a big property in Big Bear. So instead of going up and down the mountain, I just stay with Monica in the yard. So if she needs, hey, I need you to go run this real quick. All right, cool. Hey, can you take this load? No one wants it. Yep. I've never told Monica no because I'm already in the yard. So why am I going to say no?
Man, that's awesome. Well, I mean, and
You
she's
know,
also
you know what I'm
an
saying?
amazing person. And she's running a good business
Oh,
too. So
she's easy to work for.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Monica's easy to work for. Pick up the freight, be on time.
yeah, yeah.
That's it.
What's your favorite part of the country? Because I mean, and if you even want to go further down to your favorite place you've ever seen, because you went way out there. You're like, man, I've seen so many places that people would never think about going. So what's been your favorite?
Alaska.
Nice.
By no there's this thing on Caribou Highway called Glacier View. I don't know if other drivers are going to see this, but if they've done the ice road trucking, they know what Glacier View is. And man, it looks like a big giant blue marble sitting on the bottom of these two mountain ridges. And it doesn't matter if it's wintertime, summertime, that thing never melts. It looks like a giant blue diamond in the middle of the ground, like a gigantic boulder diamond, but it's a glacier. But Alaska, by far, there's nothing beats Alaska.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Not even
Um,
not even close. Nothing comes close to Alaska.
so to kind of go off script, it's not really necessarily a script. I just have a list of questions that I ask everyone, but like this is a rare opportunity to talk about ice road trucking. Like,
Oh
can
yeah,
you
shoot it,
can
man.
you take a couple minutes and tell us about ice road trucking? Because I watched that show. My favorite guy was Hugh on there, and he was like an old salty guy, man. Like,
Yeah,
and
it's
tell me about ice road trucking, man.
like okay. So when I got into it, it was about 3 years ago with my buddies from high school. He called me up. He goes, "Hey, Big, I see you're trucking." I was like, "Yeah, bro. What's going on?" He's all, you down to work for me? I do Texas and stuff. I was like, "Yeah." I wanted to get my feet wet with over the road because at that time I just did local.
Right.
I was like, I want to, and then we were in Valencia and we get a phone call from a broker from Carlisle, the actual people from Ice Road Trucking.
Okay.
So he looks at me, he's like, "You want to go to Alaska?" I'm with you right now. And I was, yeah. I called my wife and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Alaska." And she was like, "Okay, be careful. My wife is my backbone, dude. She's never been like, oh no, don't do it. Don't do-" And I have a 5-year-old boy. So it sucks being away because we're out on the road 3 to 5 weeks at a time because it just makes sense,
Right.
especially being out there. So and then I do hazmat too. We do a like hazardous material
Right.
transport out there. So we took a super heavy load all through California. Oregon, Washington, and then all the way through British Columbia, all through the Great Yukon, and then through the Alcan border. And that was our first run. It took us about 6 to 7 days from Washington to go and come back. So it was
Wow.
like a 10-day total because you can't speed in California. California sucks to drive in, but
I saw, I saw you
every
roll.
trucker that sees this, gonna be like, I hate Cal, and I'm a California native, but I don't go
Oh
50 miles.
man, like
Even yeah,
we talk about so many things.
yeah, but
How about that? How about
uh,
their mandate on no diesel trucks by 2035? And it's
yeah, they
like,
just shut the country down. Just, oh, let's go 200 miles to save the air, but we're gonna the infrastructure can't hold it. Me and Monica talk about all the time. You need so much power to power 10 trucks. You would need all the power of the whole county to power those trucks to go 200 miles.
yeah, I mean, everybody's got different opinions on it, and it remains to be seen what the end game is and how it's going to play out. But a lot of people say it's just part of the green agenda, and
Yeah, it's
so
stupid.
it's. But again, I don't really necessarily have an opinion on it because I don't really know. But just perception and seeing a lot of the comments, and you can argue it multiple different ways. Um, so this is I've got like four questions that are really two. It's like two questions, or one question, two parts. Um,
Yeah,
what's the craziest thing you've seen on the road and the craziest thing you've seen off the road?
like like crazy cool or like crazy bad.
Whichever one you want to go with, man. It's
I
up
was
to you.
driving through Dawson Creek, British Columbia, southbound, and Northern Lights came right over us. It looked like an ocean of green. As long as you could see, it came down. And to me, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It looked like
Wow. It like
water.
something being sprinkled.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. It's like it comes in as a slither, and then it like branches off like water. Like there's like if someone puts a drop of water, a paint in water, how it spreads.
Yeah.
That's how the sky gets. And I remember calling my mom, and I was like, "Mom, I'm driving under the Northern Lights right now, and it's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Crazy, because no picture does it justice.
Yeah.
The we pulled over and we just 10 minutes we just stared, and it was like God does something beautiful in the skies when he's bored up there. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this real quick, and throws a slither for us to
Yep.
see his magnificence. And another crazy thing is one time we were going in the Yukon between Teslin and Whitehorse, and we saw a stampede of bison just take over the freeway. About 150 just bulldozed down the mountain line, and we had to stop the trucks, and we just sat there. And I got pictures on my phone, dude, of bison. I've walked up to them, and they don't even care about us, dude. They're so damn big, bro. They don't even care about your truck. That's a crazy thing. And then the accidents, I've seen some bad accidents on the ice road. Like,
Yeah, I bet so. Yeah, I
yeah.
I yeah, man, it's crazy. God's creation. I think we all like we're in a I'm religious and I don't want to make this about God, but I'm not ashamed to talk about my
Everything's about
faith
God.
and absolutely. And so it's amazing to me, the creation that we constantly overlook.
Oh
Just
yeah.
because of, I mean, it's because of this, my phone. It's because of, I mean, technology has accelerated everything in our life that we live in one big distraction bubble, and it takes you going to the ranch or seeing the northern lights or, a herd of buffalo for you to have to stop and be like, man, this is amazing, and
Yeah. Have you ever
so
heard of caribou, moose? Have you ever seen a moose in real life?
on National Geographic, man. We call it Blue Planet and Planet Earth. My kids, I've watched it so much with them. They're like, no, not again. I love that
Oh
stuff, but
yeah.
I've never seen it in real life, man.
A moose will look at you right in the eye next to your truck. That's how people don't understand how big a moose is until they're sitting on the side of the freeway, and you're like, I hope you don't run out because you're gonna destroy my truck.
Wow.
You can have the biggest truck, you can have the biggest push bar on it. that moose hits your front end, bro, you're sitting out there for days. Because
Toast. Toast.
yeah, that's what I want to talk about too. There's this part of there's this part of a highway called the Highway 37. When you go through the mountains through these lakes, there's like a 12 to 18 hour period where you don't get service.
Is this up in Alaska, like ice road stuff? Yeah.
So yeah, this is going through British Columbia,
Okay.
so it's still like snowy. People don't understand how beautiful British Columbia is. It's all mountain and it's all forest. Like, just imagine like a real life Lord of the Rings scene. That's what I tell people. You see the timberlines, you see the humongous mountains, beautiful rivers, creeks, streams, wildlife. Canadian people are chill. I got love for the Canadians, man. They help you out so much, and they're just always in a good mood. That's one thing about Canadians on that side of the country. In British Columbia, they're all right, man. They're all right. They're more American than they think. The way they act. I'll say that real quick.
Nice. That's cool, man. I got love
Yeah.
for Canadians too, man. I like to give them a hard time. My buddies that are Canadian, I'm like, man, what's all this kilometer mess, man? Miles, no kilometers, miles.
Don't even get me started. Like 100 kilometers an hour is like 62 miles per hour. Like, bro.
So the next question is similar to the last one, and it's two parts. Like, what is the most scared you have been on the road, and the most scared that you have been off the road?
On the road, coming down Caribou Highway when it was a blizzard, was coming down a 10% grade. That's the thing about up there. There's nothing less than a 10% grade. Like, no matter where you go, it's all you're coming down. I was coming down. You can't really have your jakes on in the snow because you'll lose traction. Truckers will know that's like the rain. You don't put your jakes on the rain or the snow. I was coming down and I lost it. And God saved me. He just kept me right at the edge of a ledge for about a 400 or 500 foot drop. And thank God no cars were coming. And I'm holding it, and my co-driver was asleep. And I picked it up. And man, that's the first time I ever white knuckled anything in my life. And my buddy wakes up. He's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just coming down the curb." I didn't want to let him know what's going on, but like, damn, bro, we almost died. Like, but that happens a lot.
Yeah.
What do you want me? What do you want me to do? When I was doing the ice road trucking, we were doing Walmart loads. So we have food for people, and if we don't take that food,
Oh yeah,
Anchorage,
the
Fairbanks,
village
Wasilla,
dries up, man. Like they depend on those loads.
Oh yeah, and we had a team of six. It was a team of 12 drivers, 6 trucks. So we're the only ones constantly up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, we got so familiar that the Border Patrol knew who we were personally. The scale houses, oh, we're the Americans. Oh, go ahead, guys. We know you. Go ahead, guys. Cool. We would stop and get service at the Freightliners in Prince George or wherever. They knew we were priority. Get these guys fixed because they got a boogie up north. And I'm talking about nobody else on the road. We wouldn't see another driver unless it was one of our own guys for days. That's why it's like, if you break your truck has to be perfect, dude. Like, you can't BS the pre-trip. You can't BS nothing, because up there you will die if that truck turns off. It's a constant negative 56, between negative 56 and negative 70, and we're talking any time of the day. You breathe in through your nose, you feel all that. Like, it's not a joke. Like, people, like, we'll have the heater on full blast in the truck, and it's not even hot, dude.
Wow.
The trucks stay cold. We got to put that emergency stuff in the fuel tank. We got to put the ethanol in the fuel lines. Every couple hundred, not even 100, every 50, 60 miles, we got to get out of the truck and smack the airlines under the trailer, because one time we had to learn the hard way. We were going up a mountain, and all of a sudden our trailer breaks, our trailers lock up. And the weight of the snow snapped the airlines under the trailer. So there we were, and negative, who knows, in the middle of the night, pulling airline to fix it. Oh man! And then, if we don't, we're running reefer loads, so that fuel's gonna go quick because of how cold it is. I didn't realize that reefers get hot and cold to maintain temperature.
Yeah, I didn't know
Because
that.
yeah, I didn't know that either. Like the reefers that Walmart has, we were using Carlisle trailers for the Walmart load. So they have. It's the weirdest thing, man. Like if you don't like instead of doing a 15-minute pre-trip, we would have to do like an hour pre-trip. Everything had to work. The tires, the brakes, because if any little mistake, dude, that'll either cost the load or cost you your life. And out there, you don't get no help. Who's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
come help you?
It's like
You
the
think a tow
show.
truck's gonna come? Yeah, you think a tow truck's gonna come out there and risk their life for you? They're gonna tell you, "We'll pick you up, but your truck's done.
Well, it's like the
Your truck
show.
is done."
It's
Yeah,
like the show you see. Like, I mean, it's obviously there for entertainment, but like that's real life. Like it's a life or death situation. I mean, obviously the airlines get brittle because the outside freezes, and then boom, you snap an airline, you're
that's
toast.
it.
You're under the trailer, -56, hoping you can survive to fix the airline so you can get the truck back going again.
Yeah. And guess who's always the muscle? Me. Vic, we
Of
need you.
course.
All right. And the chains, the chains we would run were these the chains were so big it went over both tires, and we had to put them on each set. So on all 8 tires, and they're
Wow.
titanium, so they're heavy as shit. But man, though it's crazy because we would be going uphill, chained up, and you could see your RPM shoot up. Boom, boom. What does that tell you? You're losing traction with the chains on.
That's
And I would
interesting.
be like, I remember one time I went 35 miles per hour for 11 hours straight.
Ugh,
That's how bad these blizzards are, dude. And the thing is, once you start rolling, that's it. You have to commit. I got to get there. Like, and they're not paved. The roads aren't plowed.
right.
Not for a while. We're the first track down, and
Well, how
it's
do
like
you
people don't
know
understand.
if it's a blizzard and sorry for cutting you off. If it's a
You're good. You're good.
blizzard and um and the roads aren't plowed, how do you know? Do you have like a breadcrumb on your GPS and you just follow the breadcrumb? Like, I mean, what
Yeah,
do
like
you?
our GPS is it's this Garmin one we have, man. Shout out to Garmin, man, because they make the best trucker GPS. But we know the route, or we get used to the route, so we
Right.
know where it's gonna be bad. But our first winter, man, dude, it was learning, 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 and then thank God no one ever got hurt. No truck.
Yeah.
The guys that I worked with, slow, nice, because there's no time limit to get the load there. It just has to get there.
Right.
Because it's
Right.
food, it's perishable, but it's like we follow the GPS, and the GPS will tell you steep grade coming up, incline coming up, fuel stops coming up, rest area coming up,
Right.
and but like I said, it could tell us all that, but once you commit to that, once you go past the point of no return, that's it, dude. You can't turn around because it's a two-way highway
Right.
all the way to the Alcan border.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you're familiar with that route, but like either you take the 97 through the mountains, the heavy, and I'm talking 12% grades, and we're fully loaded.
And
And
you
it,
can't use your Jakes, is what you were saying.
not yet, not during the snow. You can't because you'll slip. You'll jerk, and then that jerk might cock the trailer,
Yeah.
and then you're jackknifing. So it's either we had to learn our approach. Like, if anybody's gonna hear this, if they've been up there, all I gotta do is say steamboat, and they're gonna be like, "F that mountain." It's so curvy, and it's like it'll smash you downhill, and then it'll put you right back up. So you're slowing down because you have to slow down, and it doesn't give you a chance to get your speed back up.
Right.
And man, some of these, but we have Alaskan specs, but it doesn't matter, dude. You can have any Peterbilt you want. You're not gonna eat that hill, bro. You're just not.
Wow. Man, that's
And
cool. Yeah,
then in Canada, we could run 14 hours.
my only visibility to ice road truckers is the show, man. So whenever I'm hearing that you did ice road trucking, man, like I'm intrigued. I had no idea. Like, I grew up in a truck and everything, and I love a Jake brake, but I didn't know that you couldn't really use that in the snow. Because I was thinking, I guess that makes sense why, because I mean, I can hear a Jake break 100 miles away, it feels like sometimes. It makes sense now thinking about the episodes of that show, never really hearing a Jake. In these old big trucks and everything, the Jakes are loud. That's why they never really used them. So
Yeah,
it's interesting.
yeah, that jerk will. It's not worth it. Like that's what I
Yeah.
say. It's all about your approach. Use your gears. Use
Yeah.
your like. We got really comfortable using the trailer brake at the same
Yeah.
time. So as we're shifting down,
Yeah. You're kind of pulling down the lever a little bit.
just
Yep.
just a little bit, boom.
Yeah.
I'm still used to it now. But it's second nature to me. Like I could use drive like when we did summer runs up in Alaska, man. We fly. When it's summertime, the roads are clear. The sun never goes down. Beautiful. But summertime, if we tell people you got to do a winter with us first before you do a summer,
Yeah.
because you're not going to just do the easy shit and
Yeah.
then I well, my no my I don't know if we could cuss on, but my pussy hurts. I can't do the ice road trucking. Nah, bro, you got to get a season first, and then you could do the easy shit. And then
That's
we've had
funny.
guys fly in, they go northbound, and then they fly out of Anchorage because it's not for me. Like, damn, bro. I've been flown into Anchorage because old boy tapped out. Like, damn, bro, he just got there. Yeah, I know. It is what it
Well,
is. They pay him. It is what it is, bro. People, it's not for everybody. It's not for a lot of people.
Well, of course, man. I mean, it's like the edge of your life is the deal. And I understand, I can get down with the concept of, hey man, you want to do this, you got to pay your dues. You got to do a winter first, and then you can
Hmm.
appreciate the summer.
Oh,
Uh
yeah, and the summers are awesome, bro. All
yeah.
you're talking about, food stands open, everything's open, roads are clear, you could see, you know. But our first run, we made a pact. The original guys, it was four of us.
Yeah.
No one comes in before they do a winter.
Yeah. Makes
And
sense,
then
man.
people die. You know how many times I got the call, "Hey, old boy quit." I don't blame him, bro. I'm about to quit, but I never did. I
Well,
always, dude, it's so
I'm
bad.
bringing back the memories, aren't I?
Yeah, it's so. Like, I can send you pictures. Like when we're done, I can send you pictures of like scenery pictures and stuff. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
some random pictures, just so you get attached to this or whatever. People can
Yeah,
see what
man.
I'm
Send
talking
them to
about.
me. Send them to me. We'll edit. We're gonna edit this. I'll put the pictures up in the video.
Oh yeah,
You know
dude.
what?
It's like
Yeah.
bison, caribou, red fox. Have you ever seen a porcupine in real life?
Yeah, I have, but like
Their
at a
things are
zoo.
huge. No,
Yeah.
those things, the ones up there, they look like they're monsters, dude. You run one of those over, all your tires are done. We don't want to hit no wildlife, bro. But there's these little dumb birds when you're coming towards the Alcan border, man, and they just don't get out of your way. So you're sitting there, you're like, all right, bro, I can't stop. And they're just wobbling around, and all of a sudden, you just whoop.
Got it. Hey man,
Sorry, man.
trucks.
Yeah,
Hey, trucks got to keep moving, man. I
that shit
mean,
makes me laugh, man. I remember one time I was coming down Steamboat, and I'm white knuckling it, and it's a blizzard, and all of a sudden this stupid owl hits my front mirror, my front windshield, boom, and like a movie just slides across my windshield. And I'm like, this is not happening. And whoop, shot at me, woke me up, dude. Boom, like that. I it sounds like a movie, but it's like
well, man, you've lived like many lives as a trucker when you've done what you've done and had the experiences that you've had. Like, I mean, and this is since 2018, bro. Like,
yeah,
I mean, this is nuts. So 5 years, 6 years, and I
yeah.
mean,
I've done a
yeah,
lot. I've done a lot. I've done flatbed. I've done heavy haul. Like we took this 120,000 pound beam up there, and my buddy's Coronado. I have video of me actually shifting, and you can see the torque shake the whole truck as
oh
I'm
yeah,
doing the 13, because the 13 speed. I like driving a manual.
yeah,
Nothing wrong with automatics. If you're automatic, dude, cool. No, I don't
yeah,
care. I've driven them too, but I like to sling the gears. Like especially my favorite is the 13 speed.
yeah,
Right now I'm in a 10. Regular Freightliner. I'm a Freightliner guy because they have the most room.
Yeah.
You know, I'll swear by a Freightliner, bro. They never mess up. Good on fuel. They're spacious, especially for the big guys. The big guys will know. Yeah, Freightliners, they're the best. Yeah, they're the Toyotas of the trucking world.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I
They're the
always call
best.
them I always call them the Honda Accords of
Yeah.
like the trucking world, because they last forever. They keep their resale value. They hardly ever break down. I mean, like a Cat or a Cummins or Detroit or whatever. I mean, you got your motor, and that is a factor. But in terms of the overall truck, they're just kind of built to last, man. I mean, then you look at
Oh
the
yeah.
Pete. I mean, everybody's enamored with the Pete 389, and it's beautiful, particularly whenever those boys
Yeah, they're
with the show trucks.
beautiful.
But you're right, man. Inside there, dude, like even the dash, when it comes to ELDs and the tablets and all the stuff that we do, whenever it's going to be in a Pete, I'm like, dude, this is going to be a challenge, because that dash is very ergonomic, and there's no room to do anything there, you know?
Nope.
Yep.
No,
So,
yeah, like I love peas, but man, it's too small for the big guy.
yeah. Next question. So we all know, based on how this interview started, that you're happy driving where you're at. So what is the biggest problem that you face out there, like when you're out and you're on the road? What is your top problem?
Non-commercial drivers. They just oblivious to the 80,000 pound machine next to them that can literally wipe out a freeway. And then they just, when people cut us off and we're the bad guys because people are merging and, we can't get over because they don't see the cars next to us. So they think we're just being, they think we're being buttheads by not letting them in front. But it's like, bro, you're safer behind us. Your best
Right.
bet just to get behind us and go around. It's going to take you 5 more seconds to get around us because we're not even going that fast anyways.
Right.
Or you know how many times I'll see people on their phone doing everything but driving from, because we sit high. So a lot of drivers don't. We see so much crap. It's like, bro, just drive, bro. Just drive. There should be an etiquette how to drive around truck drivers and a regular driver's license because that's a problem with especially new young drivers. If they don't have family in truck driving, they don't understand that. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
you will hurt you, bro. Like it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
There's only
Yeah.
so much we can do. Like I've had to slam my brakes, and thank God, nothing's happened. I've lost brakes once because this guy had a crappy truck, and I took his word for it. I was helping him out, and I lost the brakes. I've almost went over, like I was telling you earlier, the ice road,
Yeah.
and then it could be random. Like even today, when coming back from Arizona, people getting on the freeway going 10 miles per hour. It's like, bro, what do you want me to do? I'm going to stop this whole big ass truck just so you can get on the freeway because you're not paying attention? No, bro. You're going to get put in the shoulder and then you're going to get behind us.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
So crazy drivers.
Fair is fair, dude. I'm not gonna swerve because this car next to me is driving right and this guy coming on the freeway doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to be on the shoulder for a little bit and then it is what it is. You want to get mad? Go ahead and get mad. What are you gonna do? Get in front of me? Okay. I'll get out of the truck and be like, all right, bro, I'm just as big as my truck. What do you really want to do? You want to call the cops? Go ahead. I'll play the camera and show them what you did.
Yep.
And we can go from there.
Yep. Facts. So let me ask you, so what's the most important thing for you as a driver?
Home time. My boy.
And how much home time do you get in a month?
Well, Monica's good to me. So I work Tuesday night through Saturday morning, and I have Saturday off, Sunday off, Monday off, and then pretty much all of Tuesday off because I run nights. So my wife will drive me down the mountain, drop me off 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I take a little quick nap. I pick up my load literally down the street, and I go to Arizona. I only work like 3.5, 4 days if you think about it. And, Monica takes care of me pretty good. I never, that's why I never say no. And hey, I need you to do an extra day. Cool.
Nice.
No problem. I never say no to Monica. Never. 'Cause she doesn't tell me no. Like if today, hey, I need to go home for the rest of the week. Okay. Get better. That's it. No. Oh, well, you know how some people, oh, well, I have these loads and all right, bro. Well, then run the loads. You have a class A. Most of these owners nowadays, they get lazy. They think, oh, I got 10 trucks. Everybody's going to run hard and you're going to run your full. I haven't hit my full hours in so long because Monica is so chill.
Yeah.
I'll do what, 45, 50 hours a week tops, get the full pay, go home happy.
Nice.
I don't ever worry about my paycheck not coming in. I know it's there every Thursday night. Boom, I grab it.
Nice.
She's Monica's like an angel. Dude. She would let me leave to do my ice road trucking for 3 weeks, and then come back and my truck would still be there. She always told me, you always have a job with me. Cool. And now I told her I'm dedicated to you. I'm not doing the ice road trucking no more because my wife actually asked me. She's like, you know what? You got lucky too many times, and your luck runs out. And I don't want to leave a little 5-year-old boy behind because some guy needs some stuff in Alaska or in the Yukon or something. They could do it. So.
Yep. So again, with the Monica thing, we know that things are good good there, but like rewinding the clock, thinking about your experiences with other fleets, what is something that the fleets, the carriers, the fleets can do to make driver lives better on the road?
Not make them work the full 14.
Okay. So not make them work the full 14.
Hey, make sure. Yeah, like bro, like you really, that's how drivers get burnt out. Because you got these mega carriers. There's just numbers. Oh, you got 14 hours, bro. We're gonna, sometimes I would come back from Swift with 4 hours. We're gonna send you out real quick again. It's like, bro, you know how long it's gonna take me to do? Oh, we can open your clock. I don't want to do that. I already did my load. I already did 6-7 hours of traffic in LA. You think I want to go back to Oxnard? You think I want to go shut down out there, bro? No, I want to go home. And that's why people are leaving these mega carriers, because these mega carriers, they don't care. Like that's just, the big companies. Like I've worked for my buddy Small, and they're good. Like I know what I bring to the table. So I tell them straight up, this is what I'm going to do. And if you could do it, cool. If not, no hard feelings, bro. No hard feelings. If you want someone working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, go find that guy. But that's not me no more. Before, yeah, because I didn't know better. I was working, I have to. You know what? I started listening to another mentor of mine. I was like, I don't have to do my 14, bro. But like, we're in control. You don't want driver fatigue. A lot of these companies, you can't push it through, or you can't just take a nap. You come take a nap in a day cab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You come take a nap in a day cab. You be as big as me. Try to get comfortable in that little ass day cab. These people will be at the desk. They don't know. Monica knows. Like Sugar Creek, these guys know. Everybody's awesome here.
Yeah.
From the dispatchers, everybody. They're good. If you're tired, hey, I can't do it. Cool. They don't bug you. Oh, but we need it done. No. It's never a second guess with them.
Beautiful. Last question. And, I thought about adding this because you're like my 6th driver that I've interviewed, because I did one for Every Day of Driver Appreciation Week last week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought about this one. What can the public do to show you respect? Like, so let's say I were to broadcast this on TV and, 10,000 people could see it. I don't know, whatever. What is the one thing that we can do to show you guys appreciation and respect?
Let us blow the horn for you, man. Let us blow the horn. Let us know that's to us. That's like Like when I see a bunch of little kids on the side and they're blow the horn, man, I drain that tank for those kids, man. That makes me like I can have the shittiest day, dude, and I drive by a bunch of kids and they're blow the horn, or if I'm driving by a school bus and they're blow horn, boom, I'll drain the tank for them. And they're seeing their smiles, dude, is like that's why we do it. That's
I love it.
we bring this stuff for the kids. That's why we do it. That's how I would feel loved. Just let me know that you see us and hey man, blow the horn. Boom, I'll drain the tank for you, brother. No problem. That's how I would see it. We don't need signs. We don't need, oh, thank you, driver.
I love it. You know, and for those of you who don't know what he means, I mean, I'm learning stuff. I mean, I know a decent amount about trucking, but I learned the whole Jake brake thing on this episode. And what he means by draining the tank is those loud horns. They're attached to an air tank. They're air horns. You know, the air horns that you buy, whenever you like have on a boat or whatever, it's the same concept, except for it's hooked up to a recirculating tank of air. So draining the tank, baby. That's awesome, man. Well, I'm going to end this thing where I started and just give you a big old thank you, man. I really appreciate you. You're a cool dude, man. You've paid your dues. You've done some dangerous things. You're away from your family. You're sacrificing time for your family. So, we can live. And at least from my standpoint, and hopefully in the future when our audience builds, that will not be overlooked, man. So
yeah, I hope so, man. Just give us some room, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give us a little bit of room.
Yep.
That's it.
Victor, thank you again, brother. Be safe out there, man. And thank you again for keeping the country moving.
Anytime, always for you guys.
All right, brother. Take care.